Hey, what's up, everyone? Game for Days here, back once again, back from the dead. I've been resurrected, and it was quite an experience. It's been a long time since I made a video. Real long time, in fact. My last video, I think, was Paris Games Week impressions, so just haven't been feeling, making too many videos. I've just been playing games in my free time. I got a full-time job, and sometimes I just don't really feel like making videos, but alas, there's a lot to talk about. There's a lot to discuss, so let's get right into it, man. Last week was PSX. I wish I could have gone, Unfortunately, I couldn't go. It looked like it was a lot of fun. It looked like everyone who was on the show floor, playing all the games, playing all the demos, playing with VR. Looked like everyone was having a lot of fun, and the response from the fans seemed like it was really positive. Definitely seems like something that Sony's going to have every year for the fans, and hopefully I can attend one of these years. As far as the keynote goes, I think universally, pretty much everyone thought it was a disappointment. I think for the most part, we expected more of a first party showing. I know at least I did. That's where my disappointment stems from. I have no problem with indies. I have no problem with third party games or third party deals or anything like that. In fact, there was a lot of good content. A lot of those indies they were showing off look fucking awesome. I'm talking about games like Death's Gambit, that game Hob, that game Brutal, just to name a few off the top of my head. A lot of those indies look really good. A lot of those, other third-party games look really good. That Neo game, PS4 exclusive, looks freaking phenomenal. One of my most anticipated games. Of course, Ni no Kuni 2 was announced. A couple other, pretty good announcements were made. So overall, there was some good content to be had in the keynote, but I think the lack of first-party announcements and just overall first-party content left a lot of us disappointed and left a lot of us wanting more. Because there are still three, major Sony first-party studios that are unaccounted for. That's Sony Bend, Sony Santa Monica, and Sucker Punch. Now, I think most of us were kind of expecting at least one of these games to get announced. We were kind of expecting, most likely, some kind of God of War 4 teaser. Didn't happen, unfortunately. So, here's to hoping that E3 is really going to be on par with E3 2015 in terms of announcements. And like I said, disappointed about the keynote, but can't blame them too much. There were a ton of great announcements throughout the year from Sony, so it is what it is. Oh, and if you're one of these fucking Xbox or Nintendo fanboy weirdos and you're talking shit about PSX, well, you can pretty much shove that right up your ass for all I care. I mean, the people who are criticizing PSX should be actual PlayStation fans. The people who have actually gotten 4 conferences this year, and really the only fan base who have gotten a steady stream of awesome looking games and announcements throughout the year. Yeah, those are the people who should be criticizing PSX, the actual fans with the actual games, not you. And now that I've addressed the Xbox and Nintendo fanboys who care more about PlayStation than their own favorite platforms, let's move on to November NPDs. So the November NPD results are here, and surprise, surprise, the PS4 takes it. Reports are saying it sold about 1.5 million units in November. And reports are also saying the Xbox sold around 1.3 million. 1.2, 1.3 million. I don't think the hard numbers are out yet, but it's somewhere around there. Bottom line is they're both selling great, but the PS4 is just absolutely crushing the competition. It is absolutely going to be one of the best selling consoles of all time. At this point, I don't really follow PS4 sales too intensely anymore. As far as sales in the console war, it doesn't really matter. I'm more of just interested, where's this console going to end up? Is this console going to crack 100 million? Maybe, possibly. Wouldn't surprise me in the least. At this point, I'm just so interested to see where it's going to end up. So I'll be, keeping an eye on all the milestones and announcements that Sony makes. But in addition to that, let's talk software. So I'm looking at the software list right here. I'll put a picture up. And just going down the list, you have Black Ops 3. Looks like Xbox One is actually number 1 on that, but that wouldn't count any bundles that the PS4 had. So it's possible that PS4 sold more. Probably really close there. Fallout 4 sold most on PS4. Battlefront, PS4. Madden, PS4. NBA 2K16, PS4. FIFA, PS4. Need for Speed, PS4. And all the way down at number 8 is Halo 5 now. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this is Halo. Shouldn't Halo be higher than number 8 in the US a month after release? Shouldn't it be closer to like 4 or 3 or something like that? Considering there's Black Ops, Fallout, and Star Wars. Okay, maybe not in the top 3, but shouldn't it be in the top 5? This is Halo we're talking about. This is a mainline entry in the Halo series. That's a little surprising to me. This is the Xbox One's biggest game of the generation, and it's already down to number 8 a month after release. That's a little bit weird. Anyway, correct me if I'm wrong, but that seems a little shocking. And then we have number 9, Assassin's Creed. Again, PS4, lead platform. And Just Dance, 2016, whoop-de-doo. What I find most concerning about this list is not Halo 5 dropping so much. It's still in the top 10. Where is Tomb Raider? Where the fuck is Tomb Raider? Can someone help me out here? Now, I knew this game would bomb on Xbox. Everyone knew this game would bomb on Xbox. From the day it was announced, anyone with an ounce of common sense could have told you this game would bomb. But to not crack the top 10 on NPD in its launch month? Son, it's worse than I thought. It's worse than I thought. Can someone explain to me how Tomb Raider, we're not talking about a new IP here. We're talking about Tomb Raider, an extremely iconic, renowned, well-known franchise in gaming, couldn't crack the top 10 in its debut month in America? Wow. So let me get this straight. You have games like Bloodborne in the top 10. You have games like Until Dawn in the top 10. Brand new IPs cracking the top 10. And you don't have Tomb Raider, a renowned industry franchise, cracking the top 10? Wow. That's embarrassing. Xbox fanboys, what's the problem? Why aren't you buying these games? From everything I hear, Rise of the Tomb Raider is a fantastic game. How did this game not chart in its debut month? This is embarrassing. This is really embarrassing. You have games like Rise of the Tomb Raider not charting. You have Forza 6 not charting. What is going on? This is really embarrassing. I'm honestly embarrassed for you. How are you not supporting your best games? How are you not supporting your best games? These are your best games. These are part of, the lineup that Microsoft touts so heavily, and they're nowhere to be seen. No one's buying them. It's sad. It's really sad, and it's pathetic. But hey, at the end of the day, Square Enix is pretty out of touch with reality. Microsoft is pretty out of touch with reality. The deal they made with Rise of the Tomb Raider was dumb as fuck. Probably made a long time ago. And what can I say? It's just a situation, where two companies that are completely out of touch with reality, completely out of touch with the industry, make a stupid business decision, and the game is suffering deeply for it. This game really needed to launch on PS4 and PC, all platforms simultaneously. It's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad. I'm interested to see how Square Enix reconciles with the PlayStation fans. Perhaps maybe a $40 definitive edition next year whenever it releases. I don't know. That's for another video, but ooh. Oh, I can't even believe that. I knew it would bomb, but I did not expect it to not chart in its debut month. It's worse than I thought. So Xbox fanboys, you need to step it up. You need to start buying your games. That's all I gotta say. Take it easy, guys. Oh, by the way, I have a really, really, really good video idea planned for PlayStation fans, and it'll probably take some time to work out the kinks. It's going to be really good, and I think you're going to get a kick out of it. So stay tuned for that. Hopefully I can get it out pretty soon. Other than that, that was just my update vid. This has been the news with Game for Days. Take it easy. Peace out.